Every hiring manager, every recruiter is on the hunt for that ideal intern. But what does that really look like? Today, we're going to break down what makes an exceptional candidate by looking at someone who really brings it all together. So here's the big question, right? In this age of AI, of teams spread all over the world, what does an ideal engineering intern even look like anymore? You need someone who can do more than just code. You need someone who can think, who can innovate, and who can just fit right into a really fast-moving team. Honestly, the bar has never been higher. Well, the answer really boils down to this unique combination of three things. And we're going to explore this whole idea through one candidate who, you'll see, perfectly embodies all of them, Adrián Sánchez. Okay, let's start with what matters most in a tech role: actual, proven results. We're not talking about grades here, we're talking about real-world application. A number like this, it just jumps off the page, doesn't it? It immediately makes you pay attention. Now, this isn't a test score, it's a performance metric from a really complex project. So what's it all about? That 99.88% is the F1 score, which is just a really precise way to measure a model's accuracy from his final degree project. He built a deep learning model to hunt down malware on Internet of Things devices. And that's one of the most critical and toughest areas in cybersecurity right now. But here's where it gets really smart. Look at this chart. Adrián didn't just build one model and call it a day. He tested multiple approaches. And this shows his practical engineering mind at work. He picked the MLP model not just for that amazing accuracy, but because it was 4 to 8 times faster and used almost half the memory. On tiny IoT devices where every resource counts, that efficiency is absolutely everything. And just look at the tools he used to pull this off. We're talking PyTorch, Optuna for fine-tuning, and even Shap and Lime to understand why the AI was making its decisions. This isn't just some student project. This is a professional-grade process from beginning to end. Now, a project this good doesn't just happen by accident. It's built on a really solid foundation of serious academic work. So let's take a look at the journey that made it all possible. Adrián's drive started early in a special program called the Bachillerato de Excelencia. Now, this is not your typical high school program. It's a super selective track in Madrid for students who are already firing on all cylinders and really want to be pushed to their limits in science and tech. And that foundation naturally led him to where he is now, at the Universidad Europea de Madrid, tackling a really tough double degree. See, he's not just studying computer engineering, he's pairing it with applied mathematics for data science. He gets both the machine and the deep math that makes it smart. All right, but technical skills and academic smarts, that's only part of the equation for a modern engineer, right? In today's world, being able to communicate across cultures is a flat-out superpower. And Adrián is proficient in both English and French. We're not just talking about textbook French either. He was in a special bilingual program at a school so good that it earned the label France Education Seal directly from the French government. That's some serious high-level language training. So why does that matter so much? Well, this skill has a direct, measurable impact on his professional future. Yeah, studies show that being bilingual can boost a person's job prospects by as much as 37%. Think about it, for any company with international teams or clients, this isn't just a nice-to-have skill, it's a real strategic advantage. Learning another language is about so much more than just vocabulary. It teaches you empathy, it opens your mind to totally new ways of thinking, and it builds the kind of confidence and resilience you only get from navigating something complex. These are the building blocks of a great teammate. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it might be the most important one. What's the person behind all these skills actually like? What's their character? I mean, this quote really says it all. You can teach someone new technical skills, but character, that's who they are. To be described as not only a talented engineer, but above all, a great person, that speaks volumes about the kind of collaborator and colleague he'll be. And his core principles just back this up. He's described as constant and hardworking. You'd have to be to handle a double degree like his. He's passionate, he's humble, and he's dedicated to his own well-being through sports. This is the profile of someone who's driven, reliable, and balanced. And his curiosity doesn't just stop when class is over. He's done robotics workshops with MIT alumni, he's conducted his own research on sustainable home automation, and get this, he even has 5 years of formal musical training. This is a mind that's always learning and making connections between different worlds. So let's put it all together. What does this whole picture look like for a company that's hiring? What you're looking at is the complete package. It starts with real-world proven results. That success is built on a lifetime of academic excellence in the toughest programs. Then, you amplify all of that with a global mindset and fantastic communication skills. And the whole thing is powered by a foundation of strong, humble, and passionate character. So Adrian is looking for an internship for the 2025-2026 year, where he can bring this incredible mix of skills and character to a team that's ready to solve some big challenges. For any teams out there who see the huge potential in a profile like this, here is his direct contact information. And we'll just leave you with this final question to think about. When you find a candidate who excels with the code, in the classroom, and in their character, what's possible isn't just filling a position, it's about elevating what your entire team can achieve.